What's up, guys? Today I want to teach you how to build big triceps naturally. Alright, so this is going to be a strength training perspective. I'm going to teach you how to get your triceps strong, which in turn gets them jacked. So tip number one, the first thing you got to do is switch all your presses to close and medium grips. Close being fingers side to smooth, medium being thumbs away from the smooth. You do that, you stick within that little range, and your triceps are going to become very, very strong because remember, guys, the range of motion is going to become a lot deeper. A wide grip bench press decreases inches of range of motion. Some people, they're even doing 6-inch presses. So wide grip might be this, right? Close grip bench is going to be this. So it's a lot longer of a range of motion. It's definitely going to have more quote-unquote time of detention on the triceps. But the reason why your triceps in actuality will get bigger is because of the simple biomechanics of it. It's a more tricep-dominant style of pressing, okay? And don't worry about your chest development. There's not really a significant difference. The only real difference is tricep activation. Okay, and also don't worry about your wide grip bench because the close will build a wide, so you're covered from that perspective as well. So switch all your presses to close and medium grips, and once you get decently strong on that, you will have some pretty good tricep development. For example, last workout I did a close grip bench press 225 16 times. All right, I was actually amazed that I did this, but it gives you demonstration. My triceps wouldn't be the size that they are now if my close grip benching strength wouldn't be up. If I was close grip benching 2 plates like 5 reps, they wouldn't be as big as they are now from doing it 16 times. So that gives you an example right there. You gotta increase the performance on it, whether that be a 1 rep max, a 5 rep max, 10 rep max, etc. You gotta improve the strength of your close grip presses. And like I said, don't worry, if you can do like 16 reps with a close grip, when you go wide, it's obviously gonna be a lot more. So don't worry about that perspective. Second tip I'm gonna give you, really important stuff, and if you combine it with the first tip at the same time, holy shit, your triceps are going to get mad big. It's to incorporate band pressing into your exercises. Guys, don't dismiss band training. I know there's a lot of people on the internet who say it's not good, but don't dismiss it. It's probably the best thing I've ever done in my life for my training. Ever since I started doing bands, my plateaus have been eradicated, my triceps have been getting jacked, I feel more stable on the bench, everything goes up. I'm telling you, the band work, it builds the connective tissue in the triceps, it prevents you from getting injured, and also it freaking accommodates the resistance. So check this out, light bands, it adds 150 pounds of band tension when doubled, okay, when you have a pair. So on the bench press, you could be doing 200 pounds at the bottom, and at the top, as you start pressing out, it becomes 350. So could you imagine what that will have on your body? Imagine you're doing close grip benching, right? You're used to doing 2 plates or something, and you say, screw 2 plates. I'm gonna do 200, but with 150 pounds of band tension. That's gonna get your triceps jacked. You got this long ass range of motion. Now you got 150 pounds heavy at the top, 350 at the top. Like, you're overloading the hell out of your body. If that doesn't build your triceps, I don't know what will. Think about it. You're doing, and you can attach it to the top of the power rack too. Remove like 100 pounds off the chest. So if you're doing 3 plates close grip bench, it could be 405 at the top. Insanity. It's purely like amazing. That's what I would definitely do. Band pressing will accommodate the resistance. The mini bands add 85 pound of band tension at the top, monster minis 125, and the lights add 150. And I wouldn't double the average bands, I would just hook them up to do reverse grip benching. You do that, your freaking arms, they get jacked as hell. I'm telling you, they get jacked as hell. Because you're locking out like hundreds of pounds more than you can actually full range press. And also keep in mind that in a close grip bench press, the lockout is already hard, even with straight weight, because it's a longer range of motion. So when you add bands on top of that, it becomes extra hard. So you do that, oh yeah, your strength goes up, plateaus are eradicated, arms get big. My third tip is to perform extensions at least once a week. Every time you train, do extensions. And I know that if it hurts your elbows, that may be a problem, but if you're doing the band work that I've been talking about, you'll build a connective tissue, which will in turn prevent you from getting elbow pain from extensions. And also, if you monitor the volume correctly and use an appropriate weight, no matter what your elbow situation may be, you will not experience that much pain. For instance, I'm a guy who's double jointed. You've all seen it. But I can still do extensions. I can't do it more than once a week though. If I do extensions like 2 to 4 times a week, I start getting a lot of elbow pain. So you have to monitor it accordingly. Make sure you do high repetitions before you do your extensions so that you get your elbows warmed up, and make sure that you monitor the volume and the weight accordingly. All right, you don't have to go super heavy, but doing extensions is really going to help your triceps development, especially when done overhead. When you do it overhead, you get the long head of the triceps activated, which is the biggest part of the triceps. It's all the way in the back of the arm. That's what appears when you're just loose, you're just standing like this. So you gotta build that long head, you gotta build your extension strength, right? And also don't forget, by building your extensions up, your presses will go up, especially the close grip bench. Because an extension, you're not grabbing it super wide, you're grabbing it close. So it has direct carryover to your presses. You get the presses up, your arms get big automatically, so you can see why it would be a good accessory lift for that. Then lastly, final tip is to perform mini home workouts 12 to 24 hours after your workout. Okay, I've made a video on this in the past, but you hook up bands to the top of your door and you begin doing band push downs, all right? You try to get 100 repetitions in total. Whether you break it up in 4 sets of 25 or you just do 100 reps straight or you do two sets of 50, it doesn't matter. Get 100 reps total and you'll see it'll prevent your triceps from getting fatigued in the future when you have to do your actual workouts. It'll build a connective tissue which allows you to hammer your presses harder and actually do extensions. And also, because you're squeezing your muscles and you're doing it at high frequency and rather high volume, it's 100 repetitions, your arms will get jacked from it. So you can see all the tips I mentioned, they intertwine. They're all related to each other. If you do everything at the same freaking time, you follow all 4 tips, you will see a dramatic improvement in your tricep size. And like I said, you don't have to think like a bodybuilder. Just focus on the performance, do the things I mentioned, and you'll see, as a drug-free lifter, your triceps will get bigger. And you'll be amazed, because I know you've been misled in the past to try this bullshit arm day, tricep day, all that type of stuff. It doesn't really work as effectively as actually improving the strength of your triceps. You do that, they get big, all right? So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.